Here are some more tips and favorites for your Supernote e-ink tablet. Now that you can pin folders to quick access, I find it a little bit less confusing with an icon before the name of each folder. You can do this with pretty much any emoji. Just make a folder with emoji you want on your computer, transfer that folder to your Supernote. Then anytime you want to make a new folder, just duplicate that first one, and then rename it, keeping the icons you want. Then once you pin it to quick access, it'll show up, emoji and all. This next one is for when it's dark and you need to read just one more chapter, write one more page. This is my personal favorite Booklight. It's nice and compact, it stores very easily, it has 3 color temperature settings, and 5 levels of brightness. You can adjust the angle of the light. And aside from on the Supernote, I also use this for regular books since I like that it doesn't get in the way of turning pages. There's no specific feature to list your headers across all notebooks, but if you use text recognition notes, you can use this little workaround to get that function. The key here is to add a symbol like a hash mark or an @ symbol before the text of each heading. What makes this work is that even if this text has been marked off as a heading, the text itself is still recognized by the Supernote when it does handwriting recognition. So if I go up to Global Search and look for that hash symbol, it pulls up all those symbols and the headings beside them from different notes on my tablet. A bonus one for Mac users: if you need to quickly compile scanned images into a PDF and add a text layer that's recognized on the Supernote, I really like PDFify. It's just a matter of dragging and dropping, clicking on OCR, and you can export a file you can use with the Supernote digest and highlight features. These next 2 tips owe credit to users on the Supernote subreddit, which is a wealth of information and resources for Supernote users. One user figured out how to put shapes into the Supernote note format, so you can copy and paste them into your notes. I'll link to the post where you can download these files below. It's a neat way to get a bit more polished and graphic with your notebooks. Another thing I've been doing is inspired by this comment, and that's to use headings to track to-dos. This probably works best if you track many tasks in one notebook. Personally, I use this tip in my planner notebook since that's where I track my tasks on the tablet. The upsides here are it's faster, it's 2 clicks and less waiting with headings, but it's 3 clicks and a short step away from your notes with the to-do function. Also, instead of having to swipe then tap on the to-do icon, seeing headings is just 1 tap away. Now that doesn't mean the to-do app is useless. This is a great idea I saw on the Organizing for Change channel. The to-do app is an easy way to make a sort of homepage for your main notes. I like having separate notes per project, so it's nice to have them here in one place where they also link back to the notes themselves. For more on how I use these last 2 features, I'll be releasing a video on my actual current setup, so subscribe or sign up for the newsletter to know when that's out.